The house engineer here at East Street Studios. I've been working, I guess, in and around the audio industry for about the last 8 years or so, from the bedroom studio type situation that I guess a lot of people get their entry to the industry through, and ending up here, which
awesome.
is
awesome. What about some of the formal training?
I got my start, I suppose. I went through the School of Audio Engineering, SAE, as I think they're now called, here in Sydney. So I went through and did one of their degree programs, which was a couple of years, sort of straight out of high school. Before that, it was all rather informal, sort of trying to figure out what the buttons on my little Porter studio did at home, not getting very far, so it was a nice little revelation there at SAE for them to tell me that's what that button actually does. From there, once I'd finished off with that, I actually ended up teaching there for a couple of years, after sort of stints working in a couple of studios in the meantime. And so I think I actually learnt more teaching it than I did as a student. Or, I think when you have to explain something to somebody and you give them the explanation you know, and they give you a blank face and say, didn't understand a word of that, and having to make sure that you can give them a completely different explanation of the same thing.
The process of learning.
And I know I was a very demanding student. It would always be me asking the question and go, yeah, but what if you did this, and would it change if you did this? So I guess I had a little bit more patience for people like that. Most people that came through, the eyes on the prize was getting a studio job, and live sound was a way to sort of, I guess, sort of fill in the time in between. On the other hand, we did have quite a few people that came through. Pretty much my 9 to 5 is studio work. Playing drums when I was about 10, and sort of continued through all of that, and that's pretty much how I got into the industry. So I started off, doing the usual playing in high school bands and things like that. We went through, did a few records with, the bands that I was in, and tended to find that I was spending a bit more time watching what the producers were doing rather than concentrating on what I should have been playing. And as part of that, a friend of mine that I was in one of the bands with, we both sort of quite enjoyed the record making process, rather than just we're going to play and you do what it is you do. Okay, so what is it you're actually doing? And so I started looking into if there was a way that we could do the same sort of thing at home, and sort of trying to work on the home recording thing, recording demos of ourselves, and trying to write songs that way. I guess that's where I sort of really got interested in the career side of things.